Hello and welcome to the very next episode of College Crusaders. If you like what you hear, please consider subscribing. We release episodes often, and we would love to have you as an audience. I'm Roland, and I'll be the DM for our brave band of adventurers. We'll be playing by Dungeons & Dragons, 2nd edition advanced rules, with minor tweaking. So grab your torch and your 10-foot pole, and prepare to embark on the journey that is College Crusaders. Hello and welcome back. Where we left off, you had just made it out of the dungeons and left at Garrick's Forge. Silco found a mining hammer that had very intricate details on it, and Garrick told them that it belonged to a dwarf in the tavern. Jayus found a scroll case, but he hasn't revealed what's in it. What are you guys doing?
Well, I guess I wave the scroll around like a crazy person, and I tell him I'm Lord of the Manor now.
Lord of the Mayor?
The Manor.
Okay.
Yes. I don't give any other detail. That's what I do.
Jayus starts screaming as he raises his scroll up into the air, and something about being Lord of Manors or something like that. You're pretty sure that the rust monster attack has gotten to him pretty badly.
Are you okay in there? Pluck his forehead.
You sound so cheap.
Whatever.
Yes, it's just like a hollow fall.
No, he starts pulling the hairs out of his forehead.
Oh.
He's a musician. He's gonna pluck your forehead. All right. Pick it. All right. So that's what Jayus is doing. What are you guys doing?
I'm gonna head to the tavern with my hammer.
All right. You head to the tavern. You open the doors and it's fairly busy. It's about noontime, so most people are coming in for their meals and regaling the tales and stuff. You do see the same group of dwarves on the same table that you left them last time.
Still drunk?
It's hard to tell from this area, but they are being quite obnoxious and loud.
The answer to that was yes.
It could just be normal dwarfish behavior. You never know.
Do I see the old dwarf that the hammer belongs to?
Based on the description given to you from Garrick, you see a few of the dwarves that match that description, but one of them does seem older than the rest. He's sitting at the end of the table. He's not participating in the rambunctious activities. He's just sitting there quietly eating his meal.
I'm gonna go get a couple of drinks and then head toward where he's sitting.
Alright. You sit down next to him and holding a couple of drinks, which by the way subtract 4 silver.
Give one of them to him.
Alright, you slide one to him and kind of looks up from his food and says, "Is that for me?"
Yes, it is.
Thank you, kind sir, but I'm afraid I don't have anything to repay you in.
I'm not asking you to.
Very well, how can I help you?
I do believe this might belong to you or someone you know. It's the hammer next to the table.
He looks at it and you can tell he has a bit of fog over his eyes. He hasn't been sleeping well recently, but his eyes do go wide for a second as he looks down at it. He says, "Good gravy, man, where have you found this?"
It was in the caves.
"Yes, this did belong to me. Thank you so much. If you wish, though, I don't know if I will be needing it much anymore. I do plan on retiring soon. And with the caves on lockdown, if you can get the caves open again for my friends here, I would be glad to gift this to you."
Alright.
Very well.
I'm to try and do that.
Thank you so much. And he returns to his meal and sets the hammer off to the side, leaning it up against the table.
I feel called out.
Alright, what are you doing?
Finish my drink and then leave. Get back
How
to
quickly are you trying to finish this drink?
Not very fast. Mm-hmm. Like,
You don't
enjoy
want to
it.
chug it.
No.
He just splashes it on his face and leaves. Oh.
Quick enough that I can still enjoy it, but I can get out semi-hastily.
Give me a Constitution check.
Is that a D20?
Yes, it is. Add your Constitution modifier. 18. Yeah, it's not exactly a chug, but you do drink it very quickly. You feel a bit of tingliness in the back of your head, but with a quick shake of your head, you're back on your feet and not too bothered by it. All right. What are you doing, JS?
I'm going to visit the mayor.
You go visit the mayor. And what are you doing?
I'll eat with the dwarves.
Okay, you sit down with the dwarves, order a meal, and he brings out a block of cheese, a hunk of bread, and
Ooh,
Some-
cheese and bread.
some nuts and berries and some other stuff. You head over to the mayor's house. Again, second only to Garrick's Forge. This place seems very nicely made. And you see the two large double doors in the front. They do have metal knockers on them, but they're very high up, and they seem to be for decorative purposes only.
I kind of want to jump there for grab one and knock, but I'm not sure if that's a good idea. What do you think is a better option? Should I just like beat the door like a madman, or should I try to jump up and grab the door hook?
You asking me?
Yes.
Give me a D20 check.
Can't say which one's be funny. 11.
11. Jumping up, grabbing the knocker, and swinging back and forth with it.
That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, you get a sudden sensation that this just feels right. Alright, you jump up in the air, grab onto the knocker, and kind of like bend your body back to bring it up and then slam it into the door back and forth. You kind of look like a worm hanging from this thing. And just bang this. Alright. After it slams down a few times, eventually the door swings open with you still hanging from the knocker. And you say, "What in the place is this going on out here?"
I just drop down behind him like nothing happened.
I gotta make a short out of this.
Alright, so I guess I'm still hanging on the door. Is it the mayor who opened the door?
Yes, it is.
Alright, I guess I jump down right just in front of him.
You swing around the door and land in front of him. Hello.
Nice.
All right.
I asked him if he knows anything about steel wind. Mayor.
Steel wind?
Yes.
As you can
No.
see, he's very shaken up about that.
Can you elaborate as to what you mean by that?
I'll let you pull out my deed. Let him read it.
Oh, steel wind mana. For a second, I thought you were talking as some breeze made of steel. Very well. Yes, I have. Where did you find that?
On my adventurings.
The one people worry about public safety.
Very well. I do know of Steelwind Manor. It is a few miles northwest of here. It's been abandoned for ages. I guess. I mean, we'd have to take it to the local duke and have it affirmed that it's real, but if he does agree to it, that makes you Lord of Steelwind Manor, I guess.
I point in a random direction and I just start walking and say, "To the Duke!"
He starts straight up. Points straight up and just starts ascending. Says, well, how about this? Once you finish clearing out our caves, I will send a personal escort to take you to the local duke, and we can see if we can get this all sorted out.
Whichever way I'm facing, I turn a 180 and start walking the other way. I say,
Alright.
"To the caves!"
He starts descending into the pits. He starts walking off towards the caves.
I go follow him.
You start following him as he just starts marching into the caves. He gets to where it's roped off and just shows them the pass given by the mayor. They unrope it and he goes through. They already know you, so being that he still has one, you just go in.
I finally finish up my meal and join them.
Alright, finish up your meal. You walk outside just in time to see Silco walk into the mines. And you're kind of hurt a little bit. They didn't tell you that they were going, but...
How
I just kind of like
you
whisper
leave
to
me?
Caius.
You leave me behind?
Good to eat.
Yeah, like, I whispered to
I was
Caius that,
hungry.
didn't we have another
Priorities.
person? I just kind of knocked on it to keep walking.
Alright,
I have my priorities. Potatoes. Bread. Cheese.
potatoes. Okay.
Little mushrooms, stick 'em in a stew.
Anyways.
So you descend back into the caves and you come back into the entrance where it starts winding off. It does get dark pretty quickly down in here. So you might have a torch or a source of light. Who all's an elf?
Me.
I'm a half elf.
Okay, you all have infravision. So, I mean, like, unless you want to read or see details, you can see your way pretty well. You just better hope there's nothing cold-blooded in these dungeons.
Does anybody have a torch?
I have some bones. I just like pull out a skull and like, is this helpful?
Does anyone have
Oh,
cloth
yes.
and
By the
lighter
way,
fluid?
it has been a week. Okay, so for the viewers at home, we have a rule where when we're not playing, every day that passes in real life counts as one day in-game. So you don't want to end a session inside of a dungeon. So it has been over a week, and your skull helmet should be done.
I'm going back up.
He just makes a 180 turn, and he just starts walking right back out of the dungeon without saying a word.
I just like look behind me and go, oh, bye.
Alright, when you get to the surface, the guards are a bit confused. They just watched you go down, and then you're just marching right back up. Saying you're going to Garrick's Forge. Alright.
I pull a cookie out of my pocket and just start eating it.
Okay, she pulls a cookie out of her pocket.
A flock of parrots descend upon her.
Start lifting her up into the air. Alright. You head back to Garrick's Forge. The forge itself doesn't seem to be lit at the moment, but he does seem to be sitting over maybe leather armor, sewing it together, and something like that.
How are you doing?
Looks up and goes, "Ah, yes, Silco. I assume you're here for your masks, helmets."
Yes.
I must admit, I had quite a bit of trouble making this thing. I didn't exactly know what your purpose behind it would be, but I made it the best I could.
I appreciate your efforts.
He grabs, and this thing looks like a very large skull, being that it has to fit over your own head, right? And pulls it out. He sits it down. And you paid half up front, right? Do you remember how much that was?
He said it would probably be about 200 gold.
Right.
He didn't say it was half.
Oh, yeah. So, due to complications with it, especially since I had to carve out skull-like features from very hardened steel, I'm going to say it's about 250 gold.
That's fine.
I do want my reference skull back.
That got burnt in the molding. He put the skull inside of some clay with a tunnel and then poured the liquid metal into it so it would take up the shape of the skull.
Is it just burnt or is it ash?
Evaporated.
That's some soft.
Gone. Reduced to atoms.
Or what you could have done is filled the skull and around the skull with the clay and some other sort of liquid instead of metal.
Could have. Didn't.
So I typically do the plaster mold, and you make a mold for the plaster mold, and then you put the metal.
Would you like to go fetch him some plaster?
I just like toss it from inside the cave.
Anyways, he hands it to you, and it is heavy. This thing probably weighs about 13 pounds, which you are going to get a very strong neck from this thing. But it also feels very, very, very strong. The back of the skull opens up to allow you to put your head in, and then when it closes, there's leather straps so you can strap it in, which also means this helmet isn't coming off unless you unstrap it.
Carrying those rust creatures. Oh.
All right.
Good luck.
Did you subtract the gold? All right, then. Is there anything else I can help you with? Anything else you'd like commissioned?
No, but for the time being, would you mind if I left it here? Since there are...
Sorry. All right, go ahead.
Would you mind if I left it here while we're in the caves? There are certain creatures that tend to like metal.
If you wish, but I think that having a helmet as extra armor would help protect against it.
Kind of lean in closer. You see, these things eat metal.
Ah.
I'd rather not be beheaded in the process.
Yes, I see. Very well, I understand.
Especially for the hefty price, and I would
Yes,
not
yes,
like
yes.
to see your artwork go down the drain.
Neither would I. Very well, and I bid you Godspeed and good luck.
I will hopefully return.
Emphasis on the speed.
I will hopefully return.
Alright, he dashes. Are you saying return to him, or you return back to the caves?
No, I'm saying hopefully I'll return.
Oh. Hopefully you will. And, you still have that portable hole, correct?
Yes.
Very well.
Balls.
Do not lose it.
Sorry, we actually stuck the portable hole in the portable hole.
It fell into itself.
I'm not trying to get it out.
Okay.
I head back toward them.
He runs back across the thing. To everybody else, he just kind of left and then came back for no apparent reason. You finished your cookie.
Yep.
There's a few crumbs on the floor, and you do notice every now and then, like a mouse runs across. And you've given a mouse a cookie, and now he needs a glass of milk.
No.
Can I like, the time he's gone, I
That
just
story
wanna, like, draw-
haunts me. Please.
The time he's gone, I just want to like drawing on the wall like a child.
Have you ever babysitted 3-year-olds?
If you give a mouse a cookie,
I've done babysitting multiple times. That story haunts me.
okay, nice.
Okay.
Next time you have to babysit, tell him the historically accurate Three Little Pigs from Grimm's Fairy Tales.
Okay, why would you sit on babies? That's mean.
Okay, I'm going to this room.
Okay, so Silco walks right past you guys as you're sitting on the floor waiting for him, and just continues walking down the dungeon into the darkness.
I bound after him. Just jump.
All right, he starts Mario jumping away. This is a dumb.
I
Anyways,
just question the sanity of everybody else.
anyways, you make it to the door, behind which you do hear more scratching and sounds like gnawing and metal grinding.
Is the door loose?
The door, it's sturdy enough, but you can tell, like, if you kicked it really hard, it'd come down.
Dude, why does a mine have doors?
I mean, like, can I open it?
To prevent any fires, especially if you come across a gas main.
Okay.
Not gas main, a gas pocket.
Okay. Yeah. I have that much study on mines.
Would I be able to open it just by pushing or pulling the door?
There's a latch.
So no.
You could just open the door.
Well, that's what I meant. Can I open it?
Yeah, I mean, you have to lift the latch and then push.
Okay, I do that.
Okay.
I mean, you can open the door, but will you?
Yes.
He opens
Violently.
You can see that.
violently opens the door as the door swings across, hits the back wall, and then as it comes back. Inside, this room is a large cavernous area, not carved out like the other ones were. This one just seems like it's a natural occurring cave. Again, there's more mining equipment scattered around through here, most of which is missing the metallic parts of it. So like the pickaxes and stuff are just wooden shafts. There are some carts that are missing the nails as they've fallen apart, and other stuff like that. You also see a few of these rust monsters up against the wall, chewing at what looks like maybe an iron vein. One of them looks very different than what you're used to. One of them is a lot larger. This one's about 6 feet long, not including the tail. It also, instead of having the normal mandibles of a bug at the front, it has like the top jaw of the bug, and then almost like a saw blade as the bottom jaw, a circular saw going straight up and down. And it's just spinning as it grinds into the wall and taking out parts of iron ore chunks.
That doesn't sound fun to fight.
What equipment are you wearing?
Leather.
Leather? And what other equipment do you have?
My loot. Some tools. Water skin, sling. Caltrops. A pick. And stilettos.
Alright. What are the strings of your loot made of?
Guts.
Yeah, that's actually usually cat guts, but yeah.
Where are we at on the board?
Cat guts?
Yeah, usually made from cat intestines.
Same for archery strings.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Tasty.
Yes. What do you have?
A bunch of bones, some cloth, a robe.
I feel like you guys are
Yeah.
leaving stuff out.
I'm not.
I mean, bones, pearls, more bones, robe.
Man, even your daggers are bone. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so you, as you walk in, you hear the jingle of the caltrops.
And I walk right back in.
Do you know what caltrops are? Okay. Does everybody else know what caltrops
Yes. No.
What?
I heard.
They're like jacks. They're just like really big and pointy and deadly and mean. They're usually used for like if horses are following, you throw them on the ground, horses go down, or just like really messing with people in tall grass. Really
I
puts
want
people
to
on
get some.
mission real quick. They're actually really easy to buy
Really?
and make. You can make wood ones pretty easily, but these are metal. Anyway, so you walk right back out of the room. None of them seem to pay attention to you, even with the door slamming and with you walking out of the room.
They didn't hear the jingle.
If they did, it seems like you're pretty sure that even though you have a little bit of metal on you, they're a little bit preoccupied with the giant iron vein. So, like, they wouldn't leave a feast to go eat a Snickers.
You're not eating if you're hungry.
Okay, I guess.
I carefully walk back in.
All right, you walk back in.
I guess I'm gonna walk into the room quietly,
All right.
not tripping the caltrops.
What?
Yeah.
They're in a big bag on this side.
Oh, I thought they were on the floor.
I have
Okay, that makes more sense. I was
Okay.
questioning why they were in the mines.
You
Alright.
walk in. What equipment do you have?
Spellbook, staff, and robes.
Oh yeah, you're
That's
magic. So you don't have any metal. Sweet. All right.
Not anymore.
So
Oh.
what are you guys doing?
I guess I would like to see what's in that room. Can I just walk that way?
search the room for
Yes.
anything.
All right. Where are you searching in the room?
They would be back here, right?
What would be back there?
The rust monsters.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll search this side wall right here.
All right. You start looking through that. You do see a few more veins of. Looks like it used to be metal, maybe iron, but it's long been rusted and oxidized over. You do see a a few things kind of glimmering in the wall. Give me an intelligence check. There's you. What are you looking for?
I just want to see what's in that next room.
What next room? Oh, the cavern just continues like 2 feet.
Oh,
Closes
okay.
off. What are you doing?
I'm also just kind of standing at the entrance because I really have no idea what to do.
All right. What'd you roll?
7.
7. The glint kind of looks like almost glitter. Upon closer inspection, it almost looks like glass in the wall. But I mean, other than that, you don't notice much.
Yes, can I walk over to Soka? I'll see what he's looking at.
All right. He's looking at the wall. You do see a bit shiny stuff on the wall. Give me an intelligence check.
Shiny.
I look at the wall like.
You have SOS, shiny object syndrome.
I'll keep searching for
Wait,
11.
Wait, you said wisdom?
Intelligence.
Oh, intelligence. Make that a 10.
How are you a wizard but have a -1 intelligence?
I had terrible rolls, don't you remember?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Anyways.
You let me
Your
re-roll like
rocks are
multiple of those
shiny.
because it was so terrible.
Glitter moves.
SOS.
Oh, yes, it is.
Shiny object syndrome.
The glitter
I
keep
also just
searching
straight up have
along the
ADHD.
wall.
So.
Alright, you look along the wall and you see a few more of these glass-like things in the wall. You recognize them as either being quartz or diamond.
Care to share that information?
No, I just silently look at the wall. I would like to lick the stone on the wall.
Alright, you lick it. It tastes very bitter.
Probably quartz.
In fact, you kind of look back and you see a bit of a yellow along the wall, almost like powder across the wall. It tastes very
Oh, I know what that's.
rotten. It almost tastes like rotten eggs.
Yeah, that's sulfur.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'm deciding if I should spit it out or swallow because I'm.
And yes, I do know from experience what sulfur tastes like.
Me too.
I don't want to know. I know what it smells like, but I don't want
I
to
like
know.
to-
It tastes the way it smells. Just
Okay.
worse.
Okay, I like to look over to Soko and say, "Don't lick the walls; they taste bad."
What is it?
Bitter.
He said bitter.
Oh, bitter? Like,
I guess
what
I'm gonna
kind
walk
of
over
bitter?
to these two dumb heads and see what they
One of them's licking the wall, and the other one is like staring at his reflection in this glass-like stuff in the wall. Give me an intelligence check.
Wow.
5,
9.
9. All right.
These dice suck.
You think that whatever it is either some type of crystal, or maybe some naturally occurring glass. You're not exactly sure what it is. The sulfur, you can tell it's sulfur just from the way it smells. You remember that in Wizard School. Like,
I
you had to
see.
do a whole thing with it. But other than that, you don't notice anything else.
How much of the glowy bits of the wall?
With what?
Military pick.
You have a military pick. Failed to mention that
I
already.
said a pick.
Oh, I thought you just meant like...
No, military pick.
Oh. Okay. Give me a strength check.
The rust monsters all turn their
And a
heads.
dexterity check.
Dexterity.
Yeah, and make sure you don't accidentally hit the stuff itself.
15.
Alright.
19.
Yeah, you start hammering,
21.
slamming away at this thing. Stone chunks come off every now and then. And ting, 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 as
Toss a couple pieces over
a couple pieces of what?
the wall toward the hostage.
Just trying to throw rocks at them.
Yeah, make them get distracted.
You throw rocks at them and it misses since you're not really trying to aim and bounces off, and they don't really pay attention as they crawl over towards you.
Okay, I put the pick up, grab anything I got off the wall, and move. And I move.
Okay. Give me an intelligence check.
He likes to move. He just starts dancing.
This is not enough.
No, I walk up the way. 12.
12, you're pretty sure that instead of throwing rocks to distract him, if you threw a few caltrops, they might get distracted with the metal.
Okay, I'll throw like 2.
Okay, you have a pack of 100.
Okay, I'll throw like 5. So it gives them something to get their attention. So.
All right, you throw it, and as they go through the air, you can see their heads just go. They just follow it, and then when it hits, they run over to it, and they start gnawing on it. The big one with the saw blade is still at the other wall. He hasn't left.
I'll keep cautiously picking the stuff up a little.
Give me a d6 roll. It's the cube. Cubular, dude. 5. You get 5 chunks of this glass-like stuff out of the wall. You do notice that on one of the last strikes with the pickaxe, it did make like a spark as it hit maybe some other metal. You think maybe flint in the wall?
Can I just like reach over, grab her one of those stones from his hand and lick it?
You letting him?
I guess, but you keeping it.
Give me a dexterity check.
15.
Your fingers, your tongue.
No, 14.
14. Your tongue starts bleeding as you lick the shard of a chipped away diamond.
I pull a rock. I just look at it like, how dare you hurt me? Just.
Hey, buddy, you want to share what you just cut yourself on?
Oh, you want to lick
He's got like 4 more of
No,
them.
thanks. You've been licking sulfur.
There
already messed up.
are more of them around. Although the
I'm just trying to
2
look at
out of
music.
5 of the caltrops have been completely devoured.
I toss the missing worth of the missing ones back over.
Okay,
So-
you throw 2 more.
Can I
Keep them distracted for a little bit longer.
I would like to try to determine what type of mineral this is by looking, like by the taste.
Give me another intelligence check with disadvantage.
It's a
He told you what it was.
I know, but
Okay, that's a nat 20. Roll again because you have disadvantage. It tastes like blood.
It tastes like iron. I think it's iron.
Sure. Alright, what are you doing?
Let's see how many more of these like in the wall.
Well, you start counting 87.
Alright, I'll try to get about half of them.
Alright, give me another strength and dexterity check. And then a d6 roll. Dexterity?
12.
Alright, and then d6 roll.
5.
5. You chop away at 5 of them. You kind of completely mess up on 2 of them. So there's only 3 good ones left. But as you're swinging at it, you notice next to the yellow powder, there's another white powder. This one you don't really smell anything at all from it. As you keep slamming away at the thing, give me a d20 check. This is a luck check. You hit a piece of flint, which sends a large spark throughout the whole wall. You notice one of the sparks kind of lands in that white powdery stuff
I'll jump back.
for a second, and it just kind of like burns. Then all of a sudden it goes whoosh, as the smell of, you know that smell when you strike a match? It smells like that.
Oh, can I get away quickly?
You jump back as all of a sudden a kaboom from the wall just completely explodes. Give me a constitution check.
Yeah, how far
You
away-
guys give me a constitution
How
check
far
with
away-
advantage,
how
since you're far away from it.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
What'd you get? 9. That's your constitution.
19.
19. 10. Alright.
I guess
I'll
I'm
roll.
still standing relatively close because of that. No.
You take 7 points of damage,
What?
and you guys
No more than 8.
take 3 points of damage.
I don't have a pencil. Actually, yes, I do. I have one, thank you.
You are also deafened and temporarily blind.
Great.
This poor character keeps getting blinded.
Alright, where's my
No,
dry
Jack.
erase marker?
I haven't gotten blinded. This is the first time.
Last time, you were
Definitely.
trying to use dark vision and shoot
Oh,
with a
yeah.
torch, and
Oh yeah, you have the good golly, man.
Just start screaming.
It's not in pain, it's just an annoyance.
It's aggravation.
Don't have my dry erase marker. Oh no! Okay, I'll just use a sheet of paper.
Hold on, I got anything. No, I don't. No, I don't.
No, I have dry erase marker.
Well, I had a cloth that I used to clean the strings, but I can't put it in my other case.
But I need something to draw with. Not erase.
Oh, I was thinking erase.
Sure,
hurt.
that works.
That hurt my very soul.
Yes, it did. Mine too.
I do rip out
Sheet of paper.
from.
My character takes like mental damage. You can sense that something wrong just happened.
I'm trying to do the 17-second long Linkin Park scream.
Have any of you heard Epic the musical?
No.
No, but it sounds epic.
What is that? Oh boy.
It's a musical about the Odyssey.
That sounds neat though.
It's really good. I like it.
All
I
right.
hated reading the
A
Odyssey.
whole new part of this cavern opens up. The blasting of the wall.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
All 7 of those diamonds are now free from their stone captivity, laying on the floor. One of them has implanted itself in your chest. And
Is that where the damage came
yes,
from?
of all the ways to go, killed by
I
diamonds.
just look over, I'm like, your heart is beautiful. It's shiny.
It's so
I want to
shiny.
lick it.
Aw,
Why'd you say?
it's so shiny.
Oh yeah, you're a blind and deaf. You are just like existing currently.
I'm what's his name?
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
I'm really blanking. The deaf musician.
Beethoven.
Yeah.
Okay.
He wasn't blind.
He was later on.
Alright.
No, that was Mozart.
I guess I would like to pick up these new shinies, and I would like to taste them.
All right, you start picking up these diamonds, just pull it out of his chest.
Please no.
It just rips out, dripping with blood, and
No.
just packing it all up. In the other room, light shines from the cavern. A warm yellow glow just shines in.
Is it like properly warm or is it just the color?
Just color.
What's
But
going on?
those of you who can see do feel warmth in your heart as you look across and see veins of pure gold.
Oh no.
I don't know, does gold rust?
You then
Rust
hear
monsters like gold.
as the rust monsters, all except for one of them, run
Hopefully
into.
the one with the saw in its face.
No, that the one that doesn't would be the one that is dead
What?
from the explosion.
Oh.
Oh.
I would like to try to.
They run in and jump up on the walls and start gnawing on the gold, but nothing happens. Seems like they're gnawing and
It's like a chew
biting,
toy.
and nothing happens to the gold. It does not rust at all. You're just kind of going, oh.
They're screaming.
Casually walks into the rust monsters.
You can't hear yourself scream. So it just gets louder and louder.
Can I just try to will myself to see and hear again?
No. Although, do you give me a constitution check?
10.
10. Okay.
Thanks.
You have constitution.
Yes, you do.
Could you even see to roll your constitution check?
Oh, that's kind of a fun thought. The actual characters are rolling dice on the floor every time they do
You
something.
know what? No. brought up an idea. Like, your characters are actually rolling dice every time they try to do something in the game.
All the monsters just kind of stop. They like summon like portals and pull some dice out whenever they make a roll.
Anyways. Oh, we forgot the dungeon die.
Alright, do I see anything else of interest besides the shiny gold?
It's kind of hard to take your attention away from it, but you do see what looks like a small chest laying in the very dead center of this newly opened cavern.
I'm gonna bolt towards the chest.
All right. She starts dashing towards the chest.
This can be a mimic.
I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna slowly back myself back away from the chest.
All right, you stop. Yeah. Aww. She just started backing up.
The realization hit you hard.
Can I pick up a random stone off the floor and throw it at the chest?
Don't hit me in the process.
There are plenty of stones all across this floor now.
I would like to choose the nicest
you're
looking
welcome.
one, like the most aerodynamic.
Okay. Pick the least jagged one. You chuck it. Give me a dexterity check.
19 minus 1,
That-
so 18.
That hits. It bonks off the chest with a wooden thud as it hits the floor and rolls off.
Okay, I guess I'll walk over. How close are the monsters to it?
Oh, they're on the far wall, still trying to knock the gold.
Okay, I'll walk over and
All right.
yes, I'll walk right past her and just open the chest.
All right. You walk over. The chest has a latch on it, but it doesn't have a lock. Flip the latch up. You open it up, and it stinks in here. Inside, you see what looks like a human brain, just rotting.
I'm resisting the urge to look at.
You're resisting the urge to puke at this point. I mean, it is
I don't know.
horrible
With
stench.
all the dead bodies I've dismantled, do I
You
not
also see
smell
what looks
anymore?
like sitting under it, maybe almost like a paw of a dog. Maybe something like that.
I guess I'll
Is reverse vicious not
I-
thing?
Like self-harm? Or what are we talking about?
No, like you can do instead of cure light wounds, you can cause type thing.
It's like healing.
Like giving.
There's a spell for that. It's called Healing Word.
Yeah,
It's a cleric spell.
I'm not a cleric.
You can be next level.
Maybe, but I'm not right now.
Alright. I would like to just like deposit these items in my bag.
Alright, you lift this juicy brain up, and only then do you realize that it's not sitting on top of dog-like legs. It has dog-like legs. There are 4 dog-like legs protruding from this brain. And they're just kind of dangling.
I look at it curiously. I just like
Yeah, the legs kind of jiggle as you
I'm gonna
shake it back and forth.
I'm gonna step towards the chest to see what he's looking at. Do I know what it is at all?
Give me an intelligence check and a constitution check.
I didn't even think of trying to figure out what it was.
Can I make an intelligence check pretending I know what's going on?
You can make another constitution check.
12 and 13.
Alright, you see it, you've heard of something like it, and you resist the urge to puke. You remember hearing a drunk dwarf in the tavern. He was looking at nothingness, and he said something about, "Is that a brain? Why has it got legs?"
Lovely.
So is it just kind of motionless and dead looking?
It's not motionless, it's kind of just hanging and jiggling his, just kind of hold it, just swaying back and forth. But it does seem lifeless.
Yeah, I stick it in my bag.
Alright, it seems to be protruding some black ooze stuff.
Oh, I reconsider.
Why are my dice so
At the bottom of the chest, you do realize something shiny. It is a very finely cut diamond. in the shape of a dagger.
You like it. I look at the brain, I look at the dagger, I toss the brain at her, and I grab the dagger.
Okay, what's your character's name?
I actually don't have one because this is a different character.
We'll just go with Astroflame because
Nameless.
I'm pretty sure Astroflame.
Nameless the second.
We'll just go with Astroflame.
Okay.
Astro, a legged brain gets tossed at you as he picks up a shiny dagger.
I'm gonna dodge said brain.
Alright, you dodge. It's pretty easy. It's not coming at you very fast. Brains with legs aren't very aerodynamic. As it hits the floor, squashes, and rolls along till eventually just kind of lays on its side. What was your constitution check I asked you for? 9. Okay, you're vaguely certain you can see a light. In fact, you reach up to feel your eyes and you forgot that your eyes were open and you kind of touched your eyeball for a second. Anyway. Alright, what are you guys doing?
I would like to deposit the dagger with my other daggers. Do I have a belt of daggers?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Inside your cloak, you just have like...
Okay, great. I just like, one of the empty slots, I just stick the dagger in. I just stick the dagger in the cloak and carry on.
Alright.
I just walk right out of the room. Yes. Oh no.
The little loop that holds the daggers, when you put it in, it cuts the loop and falls to the floor.
I look frantically worried. I'm like, oh. I reached out and picked the dagger back up.
You reach down and pick the dagger back up.
Yep. From the handle.
From the handle, yes.
I'm not that stupid.
Well, you kind of had to resist the urge to try to catch it while it was falling.
Still catch it by the handle.
You guys, not you, hear a thunderous boom that shakes throughout the room. You can feel, yes, you do feel it. It doesn't feel, it's not like when you can feel bass in your chest, it doesn't feel like that. It feels like a literal shockwave that just hits you. You'll stumble back for a bit. You almost fall over. And you see the brain. It seems to have been it came from the brain.
I knew I should have stabbed it.
And you see the tubes and stuff, the wrinkles of the brain kind of twitching back and forth and everything as a leg comes up and it sticks into the floor. It sticks another one and it stands itself up and it starts looking around. It almost looks like it's sniffing, even though it doesn't have head or facial anything.
I want to tame it.
It looks around and starts sniffing. What's your intelligence?
18.
What's your intelligence? What's your intelligence?
You can't see it. Or hear it.
11. All right. It looks at, or it turns towards you and lunges towards you.
What
Its claws come out of these paw-like things as it jumps up at you. What's your armor class?
12.
12.
Can I watch this happen and run over?
He hits.
What?
As it jumps up onto your chest, and you see it grab its claws into your mouth and start opening it wide.
Ugh! I tried pushing it off of me.
It starts crawling into your throat. But it doesn't seem like it's going down. It kind of goes up into your nasal passages from the back of your throat up towards your brain. You take 4 points of damage.
I have 1 hit point left.
I'm just gonna start walking back toward the
No, you're not.
I don't know which way that is.
Okay, you start walking.
I
read it all.
tried to remember.
Give me an intelligence check.
Alright.
Is anyone going to try to help me?
Well,
You believe you're walking
I
back to
look at you and I just kind of tell
From
you.
where I was facing,
I would stab it.
From where I came to light,
I'm not sure you would
the opposite direction.
Why? Where's the light coming from? How do you know?
To the gear.
You don't know what's making light.
That would have been smart.
I know the light.
You're walking away from the torchlight?
Yes.
Or from the daylight?
I also have a shield spell.
Yay! You can protect yourself and him while he's inside your shields.
You will protect the world.
Alright.
Alright.
Roll initiative, everybody who's participating.
I'm thinking, should I just like sacrifice this little creature?
I have 1 hit point. I'm gonna die.
Alright.
Yes.
Can I just like... Okay, I guess I'll roll initiative. I'm like run over and just dab it.
Roll initiative.
5.
5, would you roll? 7. Okay. You? Roll initiative.
I'm not sure.
Not because you're doing combat, but just so we can keep track of time.
20.
Alright, you're going first. You start walking to where you think is it. Give me a strength check. Come on. Thankfully, you don't take any damage as you face plant to a wall. You're right here.
To the right.
We'll get back to you. This brain-like thing starts crawling deeper into your sinuses. What's your armor class again? 12. You feel your own brain being pushed out of your sinuses as this thing crawls up into your skull. As your eyes kind of roll back and twitch. Who knows? This thing does have a -1 damage. Nope. Okay. As all of a sudden, almost blended brains pour out of her nostrils and a bit out of her eyes as this thing completely disappears into her mouth. And it settles inside of her head. She kind of falls to her knees, twitching all over the place as your brains are now a puddle on the floor. Then all of a sudden, her eyes kind of come back, slightly crooked, but not exactly looking the exact same direction, as she steps back up into the standing position, but slightly off. All right, it's your turn.
No, it's not.
No, it's not. It's his turn again. It starts jerking its head back and forth in your body, and you see teeth start falling out of her mouth, back and forth, as eventually each one falls out, and she begins to hurl up what looks like to be her own guts in a turn of green and red bloody organs. Alright, it is your turn, Gavin. Dang it. Ah! I gotta do that way you can see it on the voice thing. So I'll go cut that out. It's your turn, J.S.
Seeing this. Can I just like... I got shiny dagger, I'm good.
You can certainly try.
I'm sure it won't bite me, I'm done.
Alright. You running?
Where am I? Where is it?
You are right here. It's right there. And then Caius is feeling his way along the wall.
Alright, I guess I'll
Ah! Didn't have it.
That's 2 in a row, but
Yes, it is.
we should like take papers on our face with our characters' faces.
Yeah. What's that game called? Headbands?
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
Anyway.
I guess I walk slowly towards, or calmly towards the wall, but keeping an eye on the creature.
Alright. It's your turn, Silco.
Or to the door, not the wall, I'm sorry.
Not too late.
Oh no!
No, I'm joking.
Keep following the wall to the right until I...
Alright, I'm gonna say you can make half your movement speed, being that you're blinded. So you can move 15 feet. You make it to the door. You feel the door frame and everything, and then you feel somebody brush up next to you. It's him, but you don't know that. And you go, it is the creature's turn, who is now taking the body of... Since you're using a different character, Astra Flame is still fine.
Yeah.
This character is dead. But we're going to call you Astra just right now, since we don't have to...
Astra the first.
Astra the second. Master's body starts convulsing again as all of a sudden it looks like she's about to throw something else out, but purple tentacles come out of her mouth as they start forming around. Her skin starts losing its pigment and turning pale as her head starts expanding backwards. Her fingers start kind of melding together to where she only has 3 of them now. And her feet start growing, breaking through her sandals and growing these large purple feet with long talons on the end of the toes. Alright, it's your turn.
I walk more swiftly towards the door. I run. Yes.
Alright, you run out of the door. Which way?
I'm towards the entrance.
Towards the entrance, so this way you can get about here. You feel him leave.
I just like grab his hair and pull him with me.
You start being dragged back by your hair. Give me a dexterity check. 6. Alright, you manage not to fall over.
I just like kind of quietly mentioned to him, we gotta shut the door.
You do feel quite a bit of your hair being pulled out. Ow.
How much damage does he take?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Please no. Grab it.
1 point of damage.
Seriously?
Yes. But it's emotional. No, I'm kidding.
Emotional damage.
I'm joking. No, it's just 1 point normal damage. Okay. It's your turn. Circle.
Grab his arm and just start adjust myself to follow him.
Alright. You don't know who you're following, but you assume, being humanoid and the only other things in the room are rust monsters, that it's probably one of those two. Start walking out. You hear inside of your own minds the words, "Where are you going?"
I tell it I'm thirsty, so I'm gonna go get a drink from the tavern.
Saying that out loud or in your head? I guess either way you're saying it in your head, but are you also saying it out loud?
Whichever would seem most logical to Janus.
Just shut up, you filthy animal.
Janus has an intelligence of, oh yeah, you can hear this crystal clear.
I just kind of like, I say it out loud, yeah, why not?
Okay.
I should just scream as loud as possible to shut up. Using vicious mockery.
Using vicious mockery. Alright.
I just assume it's one of the other
Roll a
voices in my head.
d4. On a 1, it hits Janus. On a 2, it does go
He
to the
didn't say
intent.
anything. I'm saying it to the voice.
Yes, but you see, it's a line of sight spell.
Oh.
So I'm giving it a chance to work. On a 2, it goes to the intended target. On a 3 or a 4, it just fails.
No, it goes back to him.
It just fails.
Okay.
You just start shouting profanities.
It's the Deadpool movie.
Right?
So I ask it if it's one of the new voices that I know.
Huh?
I ask it if it's
Which
one of the new
one?
voices. What's its name?
Have you seen the third one?
We are us.
Yes, but
Oh,
the
us
first
is
was
we.
a little more.
We already have an us. He's in the left corner of my brain.
You also hear this. You also hear his comment that he spoke earlier. But again, it doesn't sound like it's coming from your ears, it's coming from your mind.
I try to listen for our footsteps.
Don't hear
I ask
anything.
if
You didn't hear your screams of profanity.
Can I give it a nickname?
Okay.
I like to ask if I can give it a nickname.
You make it out of the caverns, and from him screaming in your ear, it's a little annoying, but the guards outside kind of look in, and they seem really panicked hearing you guys, or him scream. As you drag him by his arm out, and his eyes are just kind of wide and his ears are bleeding.
Do I recognize where we are?
You feel the warmth of sunlight, but other than that, no.
Here comes the sun.
What I
By the way,
know-
give me another constitution check.
15.
15, I'll let you decide. You want hearing or sight?
Hearing.
Hearing? Okay. You
He
can now
wants his hair
hear. Not as well as you used to be able to, but you can hear your own breathing, the footsteps, Jay's talking. But like you can't hear birds or the wind.
Alright.
Okay.
You're out of combat. No more turns.
Can I still hear the creature?
No, you
Are we
cannot.
still talking? No, I asked it where it went. I thought I had a new voice.
Where are we?
Oh, I forgot.
I was
Both
flat
of you,
for Dad.
both of you give me. Let's see, what would this be?
Where are we?
A wisdom check. Both of you give me a wisdom check.
And the wisdom's not great either. 13.
13, 7. Actually, I'm not going to say anything else for you because you didn't see or hear what happened. You mark down on your character sheet. You're not going to know what this means, but just mark down 1 point of insanity.
He should already have like 3 of them.
Wait, let me put like a total score here. How do you
Put
add
one
one?
out of
How do
five.
you add one to infinity?
Infinity plus 1.
Technically, that's still okay.
Yes, however, it's technically
Infinity
right.
squared.
Is it of 5?
Yes.
Okay.
Or if you wanted positive or negative infinity, just write plus or minus infinity.
Crazy thing is, infinity plus infinity is still infinity. Infinity squared is still infinity. Infinity minus infinity is not 0, it's infinity.
That's lovely.
Wait, if you minus everything
Calculus
from
is
everything,
lovely.
minus
Hey, you went and
everything
ruined
from everything, would that not be nothing? Because there is no everything if there is no everything.
Hi. I didn't hear what you said. Anyways, you are outside the dungeon. You have just lost one of your comrades to one of the most disturbing things that you, at least, have ever seen, and you've seen some pretty disturbing things. Most of
I
them
didn't
you've
think
done
it was all
yourself.
that disturbing.
And you don't know what it is that is in that dungeon. And with that, we will end for today.